It's this story that Jesus tells about this sower and the seed. And this guy's going there and he is just chucking seed everywhere. Some of the seed falls onto the good ground, the plant pops up. Sometimes it falls onto the sidewalk and it gets stomped on, the sun dries it out. Sometimes it goes to thorny bushes and it comes up, it gets choked out. We know the story, right? Yeah. And for the longest time, when I heard a preacher would preach it, he would basically just be talking about the seed. How we have to protect the seed of the gospel. And here's the thing. Have we thought about the farmer? That joker looked nuts. Can you imagine someone walking down Street, St. Louis, and he is just chucking seeds on the sidewalk in the middle of the streets in the thorny bushes? In your yard, have a little corn over here. The thing is, from the outside, that guy looks completely reckless. But can I tell you the truth? He's relentless. You know why? Because he wanted to see something grow. Can I tell you something really special about this radio station? I hate to burst your bubble if you thought this already. Your car didn't get selected to be good enough to get the songs. They weren't driving around and be like, they're good people. Here's a little Danny Goku. You know, wasn't that way. What they are doing is they are casting seed as far as they can go. And that's why the gospel's being heard inside prisons. That's why the gospel's being heard inside hospital rooms. That's why it's in your car and mine. Listen, I've heard some of the most incredible stories in my life that didn't come where the seed was in the good soil. I heard a story once, I just got to tell you, I'm going to keep my time close here, but here's the thing. A story that blows me away. I had a young lady came to one of my shows a couple of years ago, and she stood in line, and she came to me and said, can I tell you my story? I said, yes. She said, I was in a tough relationship, and I started dating a guy, and we didn't know each other very well, and all of a sudden I found myself pregnant. And I went to him and I told him what happened, and he said, I don't even know you, I sure don't love you, you should go get that taken care of. She went and talked to her parents. Same thing. You got yourself into this, we'll help you get out of it, we'll make you an appointment. She makes an appointment at the clinic down the road. This girl said she had never listened to Christian radio forever in her entire life. But she said, God, I gotta know something. I gotta know something's out there for me. And she turns on the radio. She heard, I wanna be different. I wanna be changed. She said tears were filling her eyes. She turned that song off, said, I don't even know where to find out who this is. She went inside and changed the appointment to 24 hours later. She goes back down the road. She comes back the next day at the exact same time. She said, God, if you're real, let me hear that song again. Turns on the dial, she never turned on before. I want to be different. Then she showed me a picture of her son. You hear what I just said? I'm here to tell you tonight that if you have soil, if you have a heart, there is a gospel that is worth planting in you. God's not running around just trying to make sure that everybody has their P's and Q's all put together here before he can show them who he is. God has revealed himself inside of prison wall, and this station right here is one of the good ones who is throwing that seed out and saying, we just want to see something grow. So thank you for supporting what they do. Now here's the thing. Sorry for preaching just a little bit. I'm a former recovering youth pastor. I got one more song left, and I'm going to just warn you real quick. This song gets a little frisky. Just a little wild. And here's the thing, if you got a seatbelt on, go ahead and take that off. You don't need it for this last one. No airbags included here. Because when we start talking about the freedom of God, and when we know what the freedom of God has done in our life, that we get to walk with Jesus in that freedom, we should get a little bit rowdy tonight to trust the Lord. So we have one more song left that we do together here. The verdict was guilty. Case closed. The end. No chance for me to ever leave this prison of my sin. Now I know it might sound crazy, but one day a key unlocked that cell. I heard a small voice say your debt's been paid by somebody else, and now I'm walking free, and no more darkness, guilt and loss is grip on me. When mercy called, my name was changed, but at my feet, and now I'm walking free. Yeah. Do we believe that tonight here in St. Louis? Ain't nothing perfect. I still that's not where I stay. 'Cause I got a Savior who knows everywhere I've been, and He's telling me that I'll never have to go back there again. So now I'm walking free, and no more darkness, guilt, and loss is grip on me. When mercy called my name, those chains fell at my feet, and now I'm walking free. Why don't you help me sing this part right here? Ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, ba. A little bit louder, try it out. Ba. Now listen, I don't know if you are from here, maybe from a few pastures over. Don't know if you've ever felt this high before, or maybe you have never felt any lower. The greatest hope for every single one of y'all and for me is that Jesus Christ is in this place and He's come to set the captive free. So to the one walking wounded, to the one with regret, look up and see your victory. It's just up ahead. 'Cause there is a Savior who knows everywhere you've been, and He's telling you that you'll never have to go back there again. So if you know that you'll never have to go back there again, this